Imagine a powerful tiger prowling through the wilderness, its every movement exuding strength and grace. Now picture that same tiger, trapped in a tiny, filthy cage, its majestic roar silenced, its future reduced to becoming wine, jewelry, or even wall decor. It's a gut-wrenching reality, and yet this is exactly what happens in the shadowy underworld of tiger farms. Let's turn our attention to South Africa, a surprising hotspot for tiger farming outside of Asia. At first glance, many of these facilities appear legitimate, branding themselves as conservation hubs or tourist attractions. But investigations by Four Paws, a renowned animal welfare organization, revealed a chilling reality. By 2023, South Africa boasted over 103 tiger breeding facilities, many operating without proper oversight. While some claimed to focus on conservation, these farms were, in fact, deeply entrenched in illegal activities, supplying tiger parts to countries like China and Vietnam. If that doesn't sound shocking enough, consider this. Smuggling networks openly flaunt their gruesome trade on social media. Disturbing posts feature products like tiger bone glue, hailed as a status symbol in some Asian cultures, and even videos of tigers being cooked, yes, cooked, right on South African soil. This is not just a question of ethical breaches. These activities violate international laws like the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, CITES. Since 1975, CITES has banned the commercial trade of tigers and their body parts to protect the species. But here's the loophole. South Africa's regulations for non-native species, like tigers, remain weak and riddled with gaps. These legal blind spots make the country a haven for traffickers, allowing these so-called farms to thrive with minimal repercussions. And the effects are devastating. Tigers bred in South Africa don't just live miserable lives. They fuel an insatiable demand that spills over into the wild. By creating a supply chain for tiger products, these farms inadvertently increase the pressure on wild populations. After all, the existence of captive tiger parts blurs the lines, making it easier for poached wild tigers to be smuggled under the guise of legality. Now, you might wonder, why are people so obsessed with tiger products? The answer lies in ancient traditions and modern status symbols. In many parts of Asia, tiger bones are turned into medicinal paste or brewed into wine, believed to have healing properties. Spoiler alert, there's zero scientific evidence. Tiger skins are turned into rugs, wall hangings, or even furniture upholstery, while their teeth are crafted into flashy gold jewelry. Owning these items screams wealth and power in certain cultures, making tigers a prized commodity. This obsession isn't new. China started breeding tigers in captivity back in the 1980s, claiming it would reduce poaching of wild tigers. But guess what? It's done the opposite. Conservationists argue that these farms have only increased demand, creating a smokescreen for poached wild tigers to be sold alongside their captive counterparts. According to the Environmental Investigation Agency, EIA, nearly 38% of tigers or tiger parts seized in illegal trades between 2010 and 2018 came from captive sources. These farms not only blur the lines between legal and illegal trading, but also erase the stigma around consuming products from such an endangered species. South Africa's big cat industry isn't just about tigers. It's also tangled up in a deceptive and highly lucrative trade involving lion bones. Investigations by Four Paws exposed a shocking trend. Lion bones are being sold as tiger bones to meet the skyrocketing demand in Asia. The reason? Tiger products are considered more prestigious, and with restrictions tightening elsewhere, traffickers are turning to South Africa as their playground. Although the country banned lion bone exports in 2019, its tiger trade remains largely unregulated, offering traffickers the perfect loophole to exploit. Even South Africa's own government has acknowledged these alarming gaps. A 2024 report recorded 626 tigers in captivity, but notably, this figure excluded data from two key provinces, KwaZulu-Natal and Mpumalanga. These omissions mean there could be many more operations flying under the radar, hidden from public scrutiny. The lack of comprehensive oversight leaves plenty of room for illegal activities to thrive. with captive tiger facilities often slipping through regulatory cracks. What's even darker is the level of organization behind these operations. These aren't small-scale backyard breeders, but well-coordinated criminal syndicates operating on an international scale. According to Four Paws, some networks blatantly advertise tiger products online, offering everything from tiger bone glue to skins, as if it were a legal business. In one particularly chilling instance, another network was caught smuggling tigers across borders, demonstrating just how far-reaching and sophisticated these syndicates are. Vietnam's dark and horrifying tiger farms are a stark reminder of the cruelty thriving in black markets. Hidden in plain sight, these secretive operations often unfold in cramped basements, backyard setups, and high-security private residences. An investigation by the Wildlife Justice Commission, WJC, unveiled chilling details of this trade, exposing the grim fate of these majestic creatures. Behind unassuming doors, tigers are imprisoned in tiny cages, concealed by steel barriers and heavy secrecy. The process is both brutal and shocking. Buyers are sometimes invited to witness the slaughter, a grim assurance of authenticity. From there, the dismembered tiger parts are processed in a grimly efficient manner. Bones are boiled down to produce paste touted as traditional medicine, skins are turned into expensive rugs, and teeth and claws are repurposed into macabre jewelry. Every part of the animal is commodified, feeding a market that prizes profit over preservation. Adding to the horror, Vietnam's operations extend beyond its borders. Tigers are frequently imported from Laos, a neighboring hub of illegal tiger farming. This cross-border trafficking complicates enforcement, as smugglers exploit weak regulations and loopholes in international laws. The involvement of multiple countries creates a tangled web of corruption, secrecy, and greed, making it nearly impossible to shut down these operations. This grim industry thrives on myths and demand, fueled by misguided beliefs in the medicinal or status-enhancing properties of tiger products. Yet the suffering of the animals trapped in these systems is immeasurable. Vietnam's tiger farms not only push these endangered species closer to extinction, but also showcase the darker side of humanity's greed and apathy toward wildlife conservation. Each hidden cage and secret slaughter reminds us of the urgent need to expose and dismantle these inhumane practices. The production of tiger products is as horrifying as it is meticulously orchestrated, exposing the grim realities of the illegal wildlife trade. Among these products, tiger bone paste stands out as a particularly disturbing commodity. This paste, tied to Vietnamese traditional medicine and flaunted as a symbol of wealth and status, begins its journey in the most gruesome way imaginable. Tigers, often captured from illegal smuggling operations or captive breeding facilities, are slaughtered with shocking brutality, sometimes in front of buyers to prove the product's authenticity. The horror intensifies as the tiger's bones are harvested and boiled for 7 agonizing days, occasionally mixed with bones from other animals like bears or leopards, to produce a gelatinous substance. This sticky mixture is then poured into molds, dried, and shaped into brick-like pieces, ready for sale in black markets. These tiger bone bricks fetch exorbitant prices, often shaved into fine powder before consumption. The powder is typically dissolved in rice wine, touted by believers as a miracle cure for ailments like arthritis or a magical boost for strength, virility, and overall vitality. The relentless demand for tiger bone paste isn't just about its alleged medicinal properties. It's also fueled by cultural beliefs and the prestige it carries among the wealthy elite. Owning or consuming these products is seen as a statement of power and privilege, perpetuating an insidious cycle of exploitation. The machinery of this illicit trade is driven by brokers who serve as its backbone. These individuals are the masterminds, orchestrating every step of the process. They assemble wealthy buyers, source tigers through captive facilities or poaching networks, and ensure the production meets high standards. This is no disorganized trade. It's a well-oiled operation powered by greed and unimaginable cruelty. Every brick of tiger bone paste represents the suffering of a majestic predator, reduced from a living symbol of the wild to a mere commodity for profit. It's a chilling reminder of the lengths humanity will go to exploit nature for selfish gains.